Monday, May 6th, has issued a high risk of severe weather, and it is confirmed that it is causing damage. Again, it's this little area right here. If you are in this area north of Parkham, Now, hello folks, my name is Christian and welcome back to Skycast, and today we are going to be diving into a few different things, including the area for a rare winter storm down south, as well as one up off to the northeast, covering a major Arctic blast that is continuing to set place in the United States, and on top of all that, extreme fire danger in the area of California. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, here we are looking up at the northeast, where we are highlighting one of the winter storms that is currently ongoing, and you can see a mesoscale discussion has already been issued in this area for heavy snow, and winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories have also been issued for this area, and this extends anywhere from portions of West Virginia all the way up into portions of Maine. So this is a pretty widespread area that is expected to have these snowfall areas. So let's kind of go ahead and run through it. You can see that this is all these dark blue areas, especially this one right here within that winter storm warning area. All these dark blue is that moderate to that heavy snowfall, and as you continue, this kind of trains within a single area and eventually trains off to the north. So this is heavy snowfall that will bring likely big totals anywhere from portions of Maine down into, once again, portions of eastern Kentucky, even to West Virginia. Snow totals between 3 to 6 inches does look like the higher range. 7 to 8 inches could even be possible in some localized areas, so definitely will make travel hazardous, and on top of that, possibility even some icing conditions towards some of these mixing areas, which doesn't look as likely, but definitely something to continue to watch, continue to track, just to see if we do get any of that sleet mix or anything like that. So if you are traveling, once again, this is anywhere from eastern Kentucky all the way up the Atlantic coast. Stay weather aware today, stay safe, have your winter weather plan, and just be wary in case travel is hazardous and power does go out. Now, another area that we are expecting a winter storm is down here towards the Gulf states, anywhere from areas specified with Corpus Christi, Houston, the New Orleans metro, all the way over even to portions of Tallahassee, could see some snowfall potential. And as we kind of play this through, it'll be between Monday night, Tuesday morning, and you can see those icy conditions already starting down here towards the Mexico border as that cold front continues to dip south and those temperatures do drop. But as we continue to play this through, you can see snow begins to form west of San Antonio, and then that just continues to gain intensity over the next little bit. This is showing that there is ice/sleet in the area nearing the Houston metro and down towards the coast of Texas. So that could very well be a crippling storm for areas, and that will definitely something just to continue to watch to see. But once again, anywhere near New Orleans all the way down into the Gulf Coast will see somewhat of the significant totals with this. Now, Winter Storm Watch has been issued on top of the cold weather advisories, which we are going to get into here in a minute. And then as we play this through, that will continue to extend all the way over into portions of southern Georgia, Tallahassee. Could even see some totals reach as far north as the Atlanta area, just depending on how north the low pressure on this does form. So definitely something to keep an eye out to continue to watch. Once again, this could end up being another major winter storm and could be crippling for areas that are down south that don't see things like this often, because this is pretty rare. So once again, now's your time to prepare. Use this time wisely. Now, one thing that I do want to show off is all of these winter weather alerts. You have the extreme cold warning up towards the north, where -degree temperatures are expected. These cold weather advisory stretches anywhere between Kentucky into portions of Iowa, Nebraska, South Dakota, and even a rarer set down here towards the south, including Dallas, New Orleans, Montgomery, Alabama, Jacksonville, Florida. Areas that aren't used to seeing cold have these cold weather advisories, and that is for a pretty significant Arctic blast that is currently diving out of Canada. That Canadian air dipping down, and where it's wintertime, that Canadian air is extremely cold. Canada's more north than us, so once that drips down, all that cold air starts to funnel through, and that's what's causing the winter weather, is because it's so cold. And once you have these low pressure systems that form, you get winter storms, you get snow, you get ice, you get sleet, all that fun stuff. So these are things that definitely need to be taken into consideration. It has been a pretty active week and will continue to be for snow, as well as that cold. So definitely the cold is something that needs to be paid attention to as well, where negative-degree wind chills are possible. Now we are watching an isolated severe threat down here towards Central Florida, with a marginal risk, not a moderate, a marginal risk of severe weather being highlighted across Central Florida. We did actually almost have a brief tornado just about an hour or two ago from this developing system. This is no longer really a tornadic type threat, but definitely still something to keep an eye on. But Palm Bay, and then areas near Melbourne and Cape Canaveral, definitely just need to keep an eye on this for the threat for gusty winds and possibly a little bit of rotation, which could end up producing a funnel like it did early this morning. I don't think it's going to. If we switch over to look at velocity once again, things don't look interesting, and anything that could wrap up, like for say, we'll say this area right here, that's already moving off towards the Atlantic Ocean. So really not anything tornado-wise to be too scared of. And by the time this video is uploaded, it will probably be over. But the I-75 corridor and areas near Melbourne, just keep an eye on this for that gusty wind threat. Now, we have been discussing fires a lot on this channel recently, including fires like the Eaton Fire and the Palisades Fire that are over here towards portions of Oxnard that were pretty significant. And while that has died down for the most part, if we switch over to tomorrow, that comes right back, including areas of the Los Angeles metro, south of Victorville, including Santa Clarita and the Oxnard area. Definitely an extreme level 3 out of 3 fire risk expected through this whole area. That level 2 out of 3 stretches all the way down into San Diego. And the reason this is happening is because that low humidity. Once again, we talked about this in the last video. Usually we have that area of high pressure that sits out here throughout the year, and then as wintertime hits, that high pressure kind of goes away and we are able to funnel in a decent amount of rainfall. The thing is, we haven't had that high pressure still sits there. We haven't had as much rainfall this year, 2024 into 2025, and thus with that, you combine low humidity with those dry conditions and those strong Santa Ana winds that come out of Northern California, you get critical fire danger. And that's why that level 2 and that level 3 risk do exist. And you can see that pink area, actually a pretty large area. So if you're in this area specifically, the 2 out of 3 or the 3 out of 3, keep an eye on your local weather forecast offices. And on top of that, keep an eye with your local authorities. Stay safe, stay weather aware, and don't put your life in danger. Now, besides that, that's all I have for you guys today. You can follow me down below on X. Link is in the description for more up-to-date and accurate updates. Stay weather-aware, stay safe. Thank you for choosing Skycast as your go-to weather place, and I will see you guys in the next one.